Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever your time watching this. I much appreciate it. You know, one thing I really want is to get a better audio setup. Because I really want to throw my voice into voice acting. I've applied to some roles here and there. I don't get them. Which is fair. I've kind of threw those knowing, like, yeah, that's me getting this pretty slim. But also would help if I had a better mic setup. Because, as you can see, it's not the best, highest quality. I mean, this is like a $60, $50 mic or something like that. It's a Fifine 6, 7, 8, I think. So it's really nothing crazy. So whenever I do like throw out my voice at trials, I have to put a blanket over it so that the sound doesn't echo. But that's a whole other thing. Oh my goodness, I'm dying. Anyway, we're just running a classic Ogryn build. Full run Mach 2 Ripperhead with Flechette and Cavalcade with the Mach 4 Cleaver. Talents, we got Heavyweight, Smash 'em, Best Defense, Big Friendly Rock, Stomp them up, Pumped up, Indomitable Stomping Boots, Trample, Strike True, Batter, Slam, Bonebreaker Zora, Bruiser, Get Stuck In, No Pushover, Attention Seeker, Frenzied Blows, Dominate, Delight and Destruction, Heavy Hitter, Just Getting Started, and Impactful and Unstoppable. That's the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? And speaking of voice acting, it's so, voice acting is such a funny profession. Because you find out, because voice actors, some voice actors are in everything. Matt Mercer is in everything, right? ProZD, I don't remember his full name. I think it's like Steven, or I don't know. ProZD, he's kind of the chubby Asian guy. He's in everything. Travis Willingham, also of Critical Role, like Matt Mercer, he's in a lot of things. Liam O'Brien's in a lot of things. He's obviously Yasuo. He's a few different people. I tried to think of other characters he was. Liam O'Brien. He's Winston. No, he's not Winston. Someone is Winston. Anyway, it's just fun. But one I found that was insane to me is Caleb Yen. He is the main character from Metaphor ReFantazio, which apparently is a really good turn-based action Persona. I don't want to say Persona clone, but Persona-like. Oh my goodness! Oh, my allergies. I found out he is in a game called a little visual novel called Our Life Beginning and Always. He is Step 2 Cove Holden. Now, Step 2 Cove Holden is a 14-year-old, and his whole thing is that he's kind of a dork. And his most notable, and it's so funny because I knew him from Our Life. I had no clue he was in Metaphor ReFantazio, which was probably the other way around for most people. He's also the male character in Honkai Star Rail, I believe. Cadis, whatever his name is. But yeah, I can't remember who did the principal in Class of '09. But yeah, Principal Lin in Class of '09 shares the voice actor with Kyra, which is Cove's mom from Our Life. It's just so funny. Those people have literally opposite personalities. But now that I think about it, I can't unhear it. It's very funny. Die, please. Thank you. Well, that sucks. Anyway, I've been doing some more solo divers stuff. The bugs and the automatons I've had great success, but I don't know if it's it's obviously it's possible, but I do not know how people can solo dive the Illuminate. Not only is once Illuminate enemies start coming, it's impossible to stop them. But you can't even do the thing where you can rely on turrets. because they'll spawn like these fucking ships that do like drive-bys on you, and they'll just obliterate the turret before it can even do anything. Or like the whales in the sky have, if they get a bead on you, I have no clue how to break that bead, and then they're constantly just fucking shooting at you. It's a whole thing. But yeah, it's I don't know how they do it. I gotta keep going at it though. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep trying to do it, but don't expect any solo divers on the Illuminate anytime soon until I can get a good loadout. Because like I've tried my traditional loadout of Eagle Strike, Rocket, Autocannon, and then I take Supply Thing or Supply Bag. But you know the turrets just get destroyed instantly, and like you just get chipped down so much, and then like once the horde's on you, it's like really hard to get them to stop. So I'm thinking maybe I need a I don't know. Maybe like I should focus on mobility. Maybe like jetpack, or like if I eventually get the teleport pack. Just just to get like keep moving and whatnot. I thought it was a story motion. I turned off joining story missions, but it's not. It's just the generic mission descriptor. That's really funny. Very well. Alrighty. If I took fall damage there, I was gonna be slightly annoyed, like bewildered and upset. Nice head, idiot. Where'd you get it? The head store? You know, I've said this, I've said that AI is like a one-way trip to the death of the soul many a times on this channel. And I've also talked about how like VR is also like really bad for you. Like, and I'm not talking about like VR games, I'm talking about people who spend their entire life in like VR chat. You know, it's just like I've said it's got to be bad for the like mental health. You know, and I'm talking about like people. Wait. I don't know why I just took that. I was straight up not thinking. But like, we've all seen the cringe clips of like furries on, you know, VR chat, like losing their mind, and it's like this is like a 30-year-old, like a 40-year-old. Like the most recent one was the one that went viral at least was the phantom allergies, which is crazy. Like I can understand like phantom sensation being like a thing, because obviously like if you're in VR chat long enough, your brain's gonna like start linking, like, or is it gonna start filling in those dots subconsciously? That's just how the human brain works. But like it's nowhere near how these people. It is like an attention-seeking ploy that they've like gaslit themselves into thinking they have, so they actually think they have it. It's a whole thing. I could get into it. Like Like, I get being annoyed at someone like trolling you or like being annoying in a VR chat. Obviously, it's like a social based game, and people can be annoying in real life. And just on VR chat, you don't have the courtesy of, or you don't have to like subject yourself to the courtesies of politeness. That sounded really cringe, but you know what I'm saying, right? You can be ruder on VR chat than you can online, and like, both in the ways to annoy people and to, like, be angry that you're being annoyed, because obviously there's that whole, anonymity thing going on. But yeah, it is, ammo. I'll take a charge. And, it's just... I genuinely think, like, I think, the go outside meme, all in all, but I genuinely think, like you cannot have genuine human connection on VR chat. At least not in the way that, like, these people interact with it. Because they're not being themselves, they're being a character. And I think it's to the point of, like... Sometimes I go so far for the bit, I don't even know who I really am anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of bit, but like real. Like, I think, like, and obviously, sometimes people, VR chat's like they see as their only escape, but, and it can be, I get it, but also, you shouldn't, just like any escape, you shouldn't rely on it as your only way of, like, escapism. You should find, like, multiple ways of escapism, because devoting yourself to one, because, like, one day, what if it's not fun anymore, and then you're like, oh, what do I do now? Like, for me, for example, I have a few things of escapism, right? If I'm having a bad day, and I need to really just, like, clock out of the world, I got video games. I got a certain genre of video game I like that I play to wind down, and that is visual novels / dating sims, okay? And I'm not afraid to say it. But then I also have, Warhammer painting, I have drawing, I have reading a book, I've got all these things. I don't tie it to all one thing. And, like, I don't have many IRL friends, I just by distance-wise, I mean, I guess technically I do, because, like, I have IRL friends, like, an hour away from me, but, like, I met them online first, so in my brain and I interact with them mostly online, so it's like, that's a whole other can of worms I could get into. But, like, I interact with those friends, but I don't, like, I don't use my friends as my only way of, like, escaping. Right? Not that I think, like, I generally don't think anyone on VR chat and, like, these... Like, I hate to use the term mentally ill, because it feels like I'm using it as an insult, but I generally think a lot of these people have, like, mental health issues, which is, fine. I feel bad for you, and I hope... But, like, they're just exacerbating the problem by the way they engage with it, right? Because, like... It's hard to, like, give this advice as someone who has, like, no mental health issues. Other than the standard, we're all living in a capitalistic hellhole issues. But, like, how do I say this without sounding like an awful person? You can make your okay. How do I put this in, like, a metaphor that feels right? mental health can be a bit like caffeine, right? When you're tired. Now, the caffeine makes you feel awake, and it feels good to drink caffeine when you're tired, especially if you need to be awake or whatever. But caffeine doesn't actually make you wake up. It just suppresses the chemical that tells your brain it's tired. You know? So that's kind of like, some people can kind of have their mental health like that, where it seems like they're like, you know, making it better, but really all they're doing is just delaying the inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Like you can drink a lot of coffee, eventually you're gonna be tired, right? Or less the average guy. Caffeine is a fickle thing for me, because obviously it does do the caffeine thing, but also with ADHD, I drink a coffee before bed. Love me a good caffeine sleep. I don't know if this metaphor made any sense, and I'm not, and once again, I'm not telling you how to handle your mental health issues. They're not my mental health issues. I can only be cringe from the outside, looking in. But I'm just saying, like, specifically the people on... I'm essentially armchair psychiatristing these people on who spend, like, their entire lives in VR chat. Because I feel like... As I am pretty... I'd say I'm pretty terminally online, right? And as that, I can use my abilities as someone who is also terminally online to diagnose when other people are too terminally online. And, like, if you're... Veteran player wants the ammo. Like, if you're... Like, I feel like that's not a crazy... Like, if you're on VR chat to the point where you're, like, screaming about fake... Not even real tomatoes. Like, couldn't possibly be real tomatoes. Fake tomatoes and having a fake allergic reaction to them, and you're, like, crashing out. Like... You need, if that's genuine, you need help. And you should get off VR chat and probably never get on it again. Or, you're like an attention-seeking, like, man-child. Like, man as an adult, you know? Is there like a man-child term, but for ladies? Is man-child gender-neutral? It's a good-ass question, quite frankly. We'll just use man-child gender-neutrally at the moment. Alright. Yeah, that never occurred to me till now, because I usually only ever call men man-children, because it's... society moment. Wow, that I shoved that dog? I should have been pinned. What the fuck? Well, don't count your blessings. Don't count the rocket just missed. Anyway, TLDR, you know, sometimes you gotta wake up and smell the VR tomatoes. That being said, they're not hurting anybody except themselves. So, I guess, whatever. I run, my philosophy in life generally is, for most things, is if you're not hurting anybody else, more power to you.
Trains are not sheltered. There are many traitor outposts between here and Loyalist territory.
Speaking of Loyalist territory, I saw my funniest Loyalist slander, and it was like... one Soilist. Soilist is incredibly funny. And it was like, I can't remember this. It was like an Emperor slander. It was like the potential savior. Like, one crusade, you know, failed, like 18 failed sons. You know, it's like, it was really good. We need more Imperial slander, I think. We need, like... Because, like, the current Imperium fans need to be taken down like a hike. And they say that as an Imperium fan. Just not even real. It's not even real HP. Oh, my nose is bleeding, I think. Ah, just a little.
To shut down those skyfire defenses.
Also, can we just say, we need to stop Warhammer short slop. Like, post-haste. Like, if I have to see another fucking, like, short-form lore drop where it's like, the Tau found a dreadnought older than their entire civilization, I'm gonna lose it. We should rephrase it as, Dreadnought gets bodied by battlesuit mass-produced 5 minutes ago. Or like, the Tau never thought the Titan was real. Like, yeah, these things are true. But, like, burn down r/Grimdank. It's the same thing as, like, the fucking shovel noises, right? Like, oh, happy shovel noises. How about I fucking bash your head in? Alright? Like, I feel so bad. Because the Kriegsmen, I mean, they were kind of like my least favorite guard regiment, mostly anyway. But, like, the Kriegsmen, like, the incessant repetitiveness of the Kriegman meme, of like the fucking shovel meme, does not help its reputation in my eyes. But like, brother, get the heavy flamer, heresy detected. All these memes are. We need funnier people in the Warhammer community, at least in the Imperium fans. Chaos fans, they can be pretty funny. Sometimes. Karn couldn't help but cringe is a great reaction image. The Slanesh memes are pretty bad, because they're all just like... I blame r/Grimdank for a lot of like lore misinterpretations in the world. Like, Slanesh is not all about banging. Slanesh is about over-consuming. It's about like addiction. You know, it's like, yes, some of Slanesh is about the banging. Alright? That's okay. However, excess. There's the word I was looking for. Like, you can have excess in a lot of things. Like Slanesh's like temple's only like one of them's about like one of them's partly about banging. Like, there's like one where it's like, you know, you eat until your like stomach explodes, like you fill your pockets with gold until you like can't move anymore and you die of starvation. But like, you can have excess of knowledge, you know. Like in the Night Lord trilogy, great books, you should read them. One of the oh fuck, it wasn't Uzaz. Fuck, Uzaz was obviously corrupted by Khorne. Fuck, what was his name? What is his name? Is it Syrian? Might be Syrian. Yeah, I think Syrian was infected by Slanesh.
I confess I am curious to see what it is we have uncovered.
I'm looking it up. Yes, Syrian, I think. Syrian, Night Lords, Slanesh. Yeah, I think Syrian was infected by Slanesh so that he could feel the pain of the victims that he, you know, had, because he's a Night Lord. He likes the skinning people. Like, obviously he's a Space Marine. He's not looking to bang anything. You know? It's just, you know, r/Grimdank should burn. Also, read Black Library books. Jesus. Anyway, if you made this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. I'm not your mother, but you better brush your teeth and have a good one. Bye-bye.